Hey everyone, today in this video I'm going to show you how to make beginning to end this light and airy but still warm scarf using your KB rotating loom. The yarn that I'm using is the Yarnspiration Caron Latte Cakes. I'm using the color Gray Shock. This is a number 5 bulky weight yarn, and it is 58% acrylic, 42% nylon. So what we're going to do is I use a tensioner. A tensioner doesn't have to be anything special. It's just a tube that goes over the yarn to help you wrap faster. It's also really good ease on your wrist so that you're able to knit for a lot longer without having to stop. This is just a paper straw that I cut in half. So you don't have to go out and buy fancy yarn guides. What we're going to be doing is the stitch I'm using has a bunch of different names, but frame stitch is one, and here's what it looks like. And you will be this is the cast on area. I just did the cast on in black in my swatch so people can see what it looks like when you crochet the edge and finish it up. But as you can see, this is just with some Caron Simply Soft, a number 4 worsted weight yarn, using the exact same loom, even the same number of pegs cast on and everything. Hold these like this so you can kind of see how they look next to each other. This latte cakes I'm a huge fan of. It is really, really soft. But this is how your cast off edge will look. As you can see, both are pretty stretchy. Okay, let's get started. You want to cast on with a slip knot. We are casting on 38 pegs, and when I say that, that's only one side. We are double knitting, so actually you are casting on 76 pegs. Now I will wrap this slow so you can see the way the stitch goes. Let me zoom this in some. Okay, so this little tail, we're going to put it out of here, out of the way. See how the arrow's right here and right here? So these are our starting pegs. We're going to go up. We're actually going around 2. And we're going to come over here and go around 2. Then you go up around 2. You're kind of making a little zigzag. You're doing 2 at a time. Move my yarn. Alright, and this is peg 38. So we're going to go over to it. I'm just sitting this here just to keep it from unraveling. At this point, you push everything down. We want to block off this first row so that we can go back later and finish it up with a crochet edge. So you want to grab a piece of scrap yarn and a collar that's going to stand out. I've got black, which actually what I'll do is I will tie it right here. After a couple rows, you can let that go. But you want it in. Nice to get down here. You can make the string long enough to where you can tie it right here, just so it doesn't accidentally get pulled out if you would like. Okay, so we got the yarn marked. Now to go back, we go up and we're going over 2 again, but this time, see, we're making an X there. So we're going over 2 and we're going back. We're doing the same design but in reverse, so those are crossing. I'll go ahead. One good thing with a lot of your double knitting is your cast on itself is the stitch you're using, which makes it a lot easier. Almost. Okay, see, I'm back here. This is my first peg. So, see, I'm just holding that over there, just to hold it out of the way. Grab my loom tool. There we go. I always knit off the very last stitch the yarn's coming from, because then that stitch is held in place. So see, now we're taking the bottom stitch over those top 2. Your first couple rows are going to be pretty loose, so just watch and make sure these loops both go over, because if one gets stuck like this, your next row you're going to have a little loop like that, and you'll need to undo the previous stitch. Not too hard to do. Better to avoid it if you can. Okay, now we have the inside to do, which this last stitch right here is super loose since it's the first one. So be careful taking those ones over. Sometimes you can go like that to secure so they don't come back over. Okay, so all those, I want to double check. I guess I can zoom out a bit now. I just want to double check, make sure all these loops are back to where they're not going to get stuck. See right here, I accidentally knocked a couple stitches off. You do that, you just try to catch it as soon as you see it and put them back on. After the first couple rows, it's not that bad. Just make sure they're out of the way. And then we push these down. And then we do our next row. That's the cast on, but that's also the stitch you do for the entire project. So I will wrap down another row to show you. And then you just keep going until you reach the length that you would like. For me, mine started in the middle of some yellow, and so I worked it until I had a full patch of yellow, and then I counted how many rows of yellow I had, and I finished it off with the same so that they would match. Okay, zoom this in. So you will be doing the exact same stitch, so over the 2 and back. So over the 2 and back, over the 2 and back. So you get to the end and you knit off. Knit the inside ones off. And of course you do that all the way down. But I just wanted to show you the way you wrap going back again. Okay, over the 2, and you're going back, up over the 2, back. See, that way you're kind of crossing. Alright guys, at this point you just work the project up as long as you would like for it to be. All the measurements and everything for the project are in the video description below, and the PDF and all that. But I used... Okay. So this is 530 yards of yarn right here. You can see what I've got left here. So I'm going to say, I haven't weighed it to check, but I've used I've used maybe half of this. So we'll say 215, 230 yards, plenty for you to make this project with. all that's left is to finish off your cast on edge, which is optional. If you pull the string out, this isn't going to unravel. All you're doing is getting something that looks a little more similar to the cast off edge. It's a little more finished looking. Always remember when you do this to start the opposite end of the cast on string. See, here's my cast on string over here. So I've got my last loop here. Let me zoom this in. We're doing a crochet chain basically. You pick up a loop. This black just holds these out to make it easier to see what you're using. You pull that loop through the other one, and then you pick up the next. This is what you do all the way down to the other side. This will give you a nice crocheted edge here, which you can see it already showing. When you're all the way down to the end, you can actually just pull this string out, so you don't have to worry about any of that right there. I'm down to my last loop on here. Grab it, pull it through, and go ahead and pull this string out. This cast on string you pull through, and that actually locks that into place, so you don't have to worry about that coming undone. Pull it through, and you can take your crochet hook, just kind of weave it through a bit, but that creates a knot. Let's zoom out. See, it's nice stretchy, has a nice smooth end to it. It's not exact to the cast off, but it's really close. There you guys go. This scarf is done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any questions, comments, please leave them in the comment section below. The information for the loom, the yarn, PDF, everything is in the video description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, wait for that bell to pop up. Click it so you will receive notifications of when I have videos come out. Thank you guys so much for watching.